It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
53, check 53. Watch the end.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Matt Milano gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Jackson now. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints 22.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set up, 8, read.
Choose the mic. Focus, defense, focus.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, Zoo.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On first and 10, Frank. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 60 yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hit it.
From the gun, Frank. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready to break.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, watch it, watch it. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Out.
Go out.
Check.
Get it.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
6 yards to go.
Let's go.
And now on
60
third down,
out,
they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, 44 is the
Smooth.
Four's the Mike.
Off the play fake. Frank. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
16 yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set, ready? Send over.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Let's go. Let's go.
Set, 18, Gator.
Off the fly.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yep.
Hey, check 24.
Hey, lock it. Let go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Go now.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Yes. Five.
Second and 11. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Haywood.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 44's the Mike. Check. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now.
Off play action. Frank flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Come to wild work.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. To throw is Jackson. And an alley to run. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Saints' 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 16. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now it's Jackson. It's complete to Diggs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Just like that. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, it's our house. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Got one.
To throw again is Jackson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Frank. He He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, Sam off.
Switch.
Check it.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Leo. Shoot.
Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check three.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Echo.
44, Mike, 44.
Go.
I got you. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike.
Get it.
Off play action. Frank. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Duncan. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Get wide. Big air. Bang.
Look at me. Zipper.
Switch.
Bam.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down.
80 weapons.
Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill.
Hard.
Hey, turn it up.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Hey, Charlie.
Check girls.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's hauled away inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return Yardage that we won't even account for in the box score may help them win the game.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a handoff working right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
Mike's 47. Hey, 47. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle, and this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
He's not going to get me. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Check 53.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Diggs has it.
Jackson's pass complete to Stephon Diggs. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check 53.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson. Going deep for Diggs. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Frank. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Five.
Mike, 44. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike.
Operating from the gun. Frank. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
44 is the Mike. 44 is the
Hey, high 7.
Fofo's the Mike.
Yep.
Mike's Fofo. Here we go, G.
Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hatchet.
General West.
44 is the Mike. I'm here all day.
Bravo.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. And here we go.
On 4th down, Frank. And he's going to go down again. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Here's Jackson. He may try. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check three. Under 10. 10.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yes. Go.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the double. Hey, exit.
Rip left. Bo's the Mike. Mike's Bo. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Hey, switch gears.
Get it.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Saints have taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Go out.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
53. Mike, 53. I'm coming for you, son.
And that'll set them back 5.
Here we go. 15 running. 15 running. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 53. No. Check 53. Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Break.
52, Mike, 52. Check.
Head up.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. 60 or.
Pick it up.
Set, go.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Saints, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.